Did you know Sri Lanka just won Best Emerging Travel Destination of 2025? Impressive, right? This little island has it all. Beaches, temples, safaris where elephants casually stroll by, and food that will make you question everything you knew about spices. Here's a 5-day itinerary to unlock the Sri Lankan adventure. But before you hop on that flight, here are a few things you need to know. You need an Electronic Travel Authorization (ETA) to enter Sri Lanka. It's easy to apply online through the official Sri Lanka ETA portal. The ETA usually allows a 30-day stay, which can be extended up to 90 days. Citizens of Maldives, Seychelles, and Singapore can enter visa-free for a limited period. While restrictions have eased, it's still a good idea to carry your COVID-19 vaccination certificate and check the latest health guidelines before traveling. And the local currency of Sri Lanka is the Sri Lankan rupee. It's best to exchange some cash at the airport or use ATMs for better rates. Fly into Bandaranaike International Airport, the gateway to Sri Lanka, and a place where chaos and charm somehow coexist. Most international flights touch down here, and from there, you can grab a taxi, hop on an airport shuttle, or book a ride in advance to get to your accommodation. Once you're settled, get ready to dive into Colombo, the heart of Sri Lanka, and the best way to navigate the streets? Tuk-tuks. They're fast, cheap, and the drivers will treat every ride like a personal audition for Fast and Furious. For longer distances, taxis or the Pick Me app are your best bets. Start your morning at Gale Face Green, an oceanfront promenade where locals play cricket, fly kites, and snack on street food that might just test your spice tolerance. It's lively, chaotic, and the perfect place to get your first taste of Sri Lanka's rhythm. By afternoon, dive into the Petta market, a sensory overload of colors, smells, and sounds. This is where you bargain like your wallet depends on it, because honestly, it does. And when hunger hits, wrap up your day with a seafood feast at Ministry of Crab. Co-founded by cricket legends, it's a bit touristy, but the crab curry is so good you'll forget you had to make a reservation weeks in advance. And just like that, you've conquered day 1 in Colombo. Alright travelers, today's mission is to leave Colombo's chaos behind and head to Sigiriya. Take the Colombo-Kurunegala Dambula highway. It's a 4-hour drive, give or take. If you're feeling fancy or just want to skip the questionable bus playlist, go for a private taxi or pre-booked car. Yes, there are buses. Cheap, but slower than your average buffer on bad Wi-Fi. Rise early, slap on some sunscreen, and brace yourself for the climb of a lifetime. Sigiriya Rock Fortress. It's 1,200 steps to the top, so consider it your cardio for the week. The ancient frescoes halfway up? Stunning. The view from the top? Oh, absolutely. And if you think your neighbors are nosy, wait till you see the 1,500-year-old graffiti carved into the mirror wall. People had opinions even back then. Now head to the Dambula Cave Temple, a jaw-dropping complex with over 150 Buddha statues and murals that have survived over 2 millennia. These caves were a safe house for King Valagamba when he was fleeing from South Indian invaders. Basically, the original, find a quiet spot to chill. By evening, you will be craving a nap, or a nap disguised as checking in to your hotel. Unwind, freshen up, and head out for some hearty rice and curry at a local eatery. If you like your food spicy enough to make your eyes water, you're in the right place. And here's a pro tip. Carry water, wear comfy shoes, and show up early. Sigiriya opens at 7 a.m. Beating the midday sun and the tour bus crowds will make you feel like a genius. Day 2. Done. You scaled a fortress, explored ancient caves, and didn't faint on the way up. Not bad, hun. Today you're off to Kandy, the cultural capital of Sri Lanka, a place where history, spirituality, and the occasional traffic jam all meet. Jump on the A9 highway for a quick 2-hour ride, private car or tuk-tuk. Take your pick. If you've bonded with a tuk-tuk driver already, maybe let them play tour guide. Just don't expect much air conditioning beyond windows down. Start your morning with a visit to the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic. Yes, a tooth. And not just any tooth, a sacred one said to belong to Buddha himself. The security is intense because apparently a few people in history thought, yeah, let's steal Buddha's tooth. It's a beautifully ornate temple, so even if you're not into relics, there's plenty to appreciate. In the afternoon, take a stroll around Kandy Lake, built by the last Sinhalese king in 1807. Legend says there was once a palace in the middle of the lake for his queen. When you're done with the lakeside selfies, explore the Kandy Market Hall. It's packed with local crafts, textiles, and snacks you probably won't be able to pronounce but will definitely want to taste. Then, wrap up your day with a Kandyan dance performance. It's loud, lively, and honestly, the drummers look like they've had about 8 cups of extra strong Ceylon tea. The acrobatics will have you questioning your own flexibility. Day 3 is complete, and you've witnessed sacred history, explored a royal lake, and watched people defy gravity. You're practically royalty yourself now. Today you're off to Nuwara Eliya, where Sri Lanka's colonial past meets tea-covered hills. It's called Little England. Charming cottages, cozy weather, and more tea than your grandma's kitchen. Hop on the scenic train from Kandy. About 4 hours of unreal views. Book first or second class unless you want to experience standing room only chaos. Miss the train? Grab a private car or catch a bus. If you trust drivers who consider honking a survival skill, haha. Start your day with a tour of a tea plantation. This is the land of Ceylon tea, the stuff that keeps caffeine addicts functioning. You'll see how those little leaves go from plant to your morning cup, and you'll get to taste the freshest brew imaginable. None of that tea bag nonsense. Plus, the views of misty green hills are so dreamy, they might make you reconsider your whole career. Spend the midday exploring Nuwara Eliya, where the Tudor-style cottages, red brick post offices, and a golf course that looks like it was shipped over with bubble wrap and old-world charm make it clear. Someone really wanted a piece of England in Sri Lanka. Swing by Gregory Lake for a peaceful boat ride, or just sit by the water, and you will feel like you're a character in a Victorian novel. And as the day winds down, warm up with some traditional Sri Lankan rice and curry, or dive into hoppers, a local snack that looks like a pancake had a stylish makeover. Trust me, once you've had an egg hopper with spicy sambal, your regular breakfast will feel like a disappointment. Another pro tip: the weather here is cooler, so pack a jacket unless you want to buy an overpriced, oddly British-looking sweater in town. From colonial forts to tropical beaches, Gale is the perfect grand finale. It's a 6-hour drive via the A5 highway, so grab a coffee, put on your best road trip playlist, and get moving. A private car is your best bet unless you fancy a long-haul adventure in a packed local bus. First stop, Gale Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, built by the Portuguese, fortified by the Dutch, and now casually filled with trendy cafes, boutique shops, and centuries-old architecture. Walk the cobblestone streets, soak in the sea views from the fort walls, and maybe grab a king coconut from a street vendor. Hydration, Sri Lankan style. By now, the heat's kicking in. Time to cool off at Onavatuna Beach, where the waves are gentle, the water's warm, and the only thing on your to-do list is nothing. Want a quieter spot? Jungle Beach is a short trek away and feels like a secret hideout. As the sun dips, it's time for one last epic meal. Find a beachfront restaurant, order a plate of seafood kottu, Sri Lanka's version of a chopped-up, spicy stir-fried roti masterpiece, and let the ocean soundtrack wrap up your adventure. If you're flying out, the Southern Expressway gets you to Colombo Airport in just 2 hours. One last smooth ride before reality calls. 5 days. Ancient wonders, misty hills, golden beaches, and unreal food. Sri Lanka gave you its best. Don't be surprised if you start planning your next trip before you even leave.